Most likely, you might be able to finish your zero to hero on the first year, second year, you're working as a CFI, and then in third year, you're making six figures.
Welcome to the Future in Flight podcast. From a hangar somewhere near the flight line, I'm Sean Starker. From financing dreams to finding hidden airports, today's episode is absolutely packed with some great stuff. First up, we're diving into a game-changing solution that's helping aspiring pilots overcome one of aviation's biggest hurdles, the cost of flight training. We'll hear how Stratus Financial is revolutionizing the way young aviators can fund their journey from zero to hero, making that cockpit dream more accessible than ever. Then, buckle up as we take you on a journey to a hidden gem in the heartland of America, Curanda Airport, LL39. Nestled among endless cornfields in Illinois, this private strip is more than just a runway. It's a sanctuary where aviation dreams take flight and community thrives. And to cap it off, we're taking a thrilling ride through aviation history with 5 March milestones that change the way we fly. From the Wright brothers' revolutionary patent to the dawn of supersonic passenger travel, these stories will get your aviation spirit revving. So adjust your trim, set your heading, and let's take off into another exciting episode of the Future in Flight podcast. There's a number that stops a lot of young pilots in their tracks. It's not the required flight hours or the minimum age for different licenses. It's the cost of flight school. $120,000. That's like buying a small house in some parts of the country. And unlike a house, you can't live in it while you pay it off. I'm here at Flybright Pilot Academy next to KPGD Airport in Florida, where the skies are filled with student pilots learning their craft. But for every student up there in those training aircraft, there are dozens more on the ground, looking up, trying to figure out how to join them. The thing about becoming a pilot is, it's not like other careers. You can't really work your way through flight school the way you might work through college. Not if you want to do it right. The numbers tell us why. A typical zero to hero program, that's going from no experience to commercial pilot, costs between $80,000 and $120,000. Try to work full-time while training? Now you're looking at 3 to 6 years instead of 1. That's 3 to 6 years of not making pilot wages, of paying for repeated lessons because skills get rusty in between sessions. It's a problem that caught the attention of some thoughtful, practical people back in 2020.
That's the reason why Stratus Financial was created, because it was actually in 2020 when the pilot shortage started. The CFI IMEI and an attorney, they actually decided to come together and create this.
That idea became Stratus Financial, and it's changing how young pilots approach their training. Here's what makes it different.
And we are making payments of $15,000 to $25,000 in tranches. So we don't want to create any delays in the training process. We just want to keep them flying just so they can continue their training and afford to be able to work for an airline in as little as 3 years.
Think about that timeline for a second. 1 year of focused training, 2nd year working as a flight instructor, 3rd year, that's when things get interesting.
Most likely, you might be able to finish your zero to hero on the first year, second year, you're working as a CFI, and then in third year, you're making six figures.
United 1561 is wheeled inbound on the 27 left approach. Departure with the city 3463, 3,250 sign.
And here's the thing about the pilot shortage that nobody's talking about. It's not just that we need more pilots. It's that we're losing potential great pilots because they look at that initial cost and think, that's impossible. But what if it's not?
So that's why we're here. We don't have any caps. We can fund for the housing as well. So let's say that you live upstate and based on the weather or something, that's going to create delays in the process. You can actually come down to one of our flight school partners. We are partnering right now with 272 flight schools as of today. So yeah, we can actually help you fund the whole training.
Everyone at Stratus understands the dream of flight personally. Take Gustavo when I asked him what he could fly if he could fly anything.
I like big aircraft, so I would say C5 Galaxy.
And where would he take it?
Let's go to Japan, Narita.
There's something powerful about that answer, because it shows that even the people handling the financing understand that flying isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about dreams, big ones, sometimes literally as big as a C5 Galaxy. The pilot shortage isn't going anywhere. Airlines need pilots, lots of them. And there are plenty of young people who want to fill those cockpits. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you're looking up at the sky right now wondering if there's a way to make it work. The numbers are still big, but now there's a path through them. For those interested in learning more, you can find Stratus Financial at stratus.finance or on Instagram at Stratus Financial. They're currently partnered with flight schools across the country, and as Gustavo mentioned, they can work with students at any stage of their training. Coming up, we explore an awesome private strip in Illinois that is like a little piece of heaven in the cornfields. Stay tuned, there's more adventure right after this break. Are you looking to take your brand to new heights? At Creative Relay Media, we create content that connects and converts. We're a full-service digital agency offering everything from expert voiceovers and custom podcasts to eye-catching videos, engaging copywriting, and standout branding. We don't just tell your story, we make it unforgettable. Whether it's social media, website creation, or full-scale marketing strategies, we've got you covered. So sit back, relax, we'll take it from here. Visit CreativeRelayMedia.com today and let's work together to elevate your brand. There's something magical about small airports. Not the bustling terminals with their coffee shops and newsstands, but the kind you find at the end of a gravel road, surrounded by endless rows of corn stretching toward the horizon. Today, we're taking you to one such place, Curanda Airport, designation LL39, where aviation dreams take flight among the cornfields of Illinois. In Latin, curanda means to be cared for or to be healed, and that's exactly what happens here. Aircraft are restored, spirits are lifted, and the pure joy of flight is preserved like a treasure here in the heartland. "70 miles from the controlled chaos of O'Hare's crowded airspace, there's a different kind of aviation paradise. Two hangars rise from the cornfields like steel sentinels, marking a sanctuary where pilots of all stripes gather to share stories, break bread, or in this case corn, and keep the spirit of grassroots aviation alive." Bruce and Cindy Limbach are the keepers of this aerial oasis. Both are accomplished pilots. Bruce flew 787s for the airlines, and Cindy the Embraer 175, as well as being a longtime flight school owner. But it's here, on their private strip, surrounded by corn, where they found their true passion. On any given day, you might see everything from Stearmans to Cubs to Enstrom helicopters dropping in from Morris, Aurora, or other neighboring airports. Sometimes you'll look up and see Patrick Mackley of Extreme Flight practicing aerobatics in the Blue Demon, his Pitts S1, doing knife-edge passes mere feet off the ground, dusting onlookers with smoke. Now I know what some crops feel like. Other days you might catch Cindy and Bruce jumping out of an old Cessna 170 right over the field, testing parachutes sent in by various companies. The hangars here tell stories of their own. Bruce, an aircraft mechanic, keeps them filled with projects in various stages of completion. Their pride and joy is a lovingly restored Twin Beach, but you're just as likely to find him helping a friend troubleshoot their experimental aircraft or teaching a young aviator about the intricacies of aircraft maintenance.
Is this heaven?
No, this is Curanda.
There's something reminiscent here of that movie Field of Dreams, where a man builds a baseball diamond in his cornfield. But instead of "if you build it, they will come," the Limbachs seem to live by "if you welcome them, they'll return." And return they do, for the legendary September pig roast, for the cold drinks in the hangar fridge plastered with aviation stickers, for the breathtaking sunsets, and for the community that makes this place so special. I remember one evening here that crystallized everything this place represents. I was taking a sunset ride in a J3 Cub, floating over endless rows of corn, stretching towards the horizon. As the golden light filtered through the Cub's wings, I felt connected to every pilot who had ever soared over these Midwestern fields, each of us sharing that same timeless sense of wonder. When night falls at Curanda, far from Chicago's glow, the stars emerge by the thousands. It's then, standing on this slice of aviation heaven carved from the cornfields, that you truly understand the magic of flight. It's not just about getting from point A to point B. It's about finding places like this, where the spirit of aviation isn't just preserved, it's celebrated every single day. Places like Curanda remind us that aviation's heart still beats strongest in these quiet corners of America. Keep listening, and you'll find it for yourself. Welcome back to the Future in Flight podcast, where we're turning aviation history into tomorrow's inspiration. March is absolutely packed with game-changing moments that shaped aviation as we know it. And today we're counting down 5 incredible achievements that changed the way we fly.
This month in aviation history is brought to you by Aviation's Tram Talk at Sun and Fun 2025. Heading to the show? Hop on the Aviation Tram and share your story. Look for the custom-branded tram and climb aboard April 1st through the 6th at Sun and Fun 2025.
Let's start where it all began. March 23rd, 1903. 2 bicycle mechanics from Dayton, Ohio, Wilbur and Orville Wright, walk into the patent office with something that would change transportation forever: their flying machine patent application. Think about this. These guys weren't rich investors or famous scientists. They were just 2 brothers who refused to believe that humans couldn't fly. Their patent didn't just protect their invention, it laid the foundation for every aircraft that would follow. Now, hold on to your seats as we jump to March 1st, 1912. Picture this. Captain Albert Berry is standing at the edge of an airplane, about to do something that nobody had ever done before: jump out. That's right, we're talking about the first ever parachute jump from an airplane. Berry wasn't just showing off. He was proving that pilots could have a way out if something went wrong. Today, whether it's skydivers pulling off incredible aerial stunts or astronauts training for space missions, they all owe a little thanks to Captain Berry's brave leap into the unknown. Fast forward to March 27, 1927. A young pilot named Charles Lindbergh walks into an office to register for the Ortig Prize. Think of it as the X Prize of its day. The challenge? Fly non-stop from New York to Paris. The prize? $25,000. That's about $400,000 today. But here's what makes this story amazing. Lindbergh wasn't some wealthy aviator. He was a 25-year-old male pilot who convinced a group of businessmen to believe in his dream. 2 months later, he'd make history in the Spirit of St. Louis. Let's blast ahead into March 25th, 1960. NASA's X-15 takes its first flight, and we're not just talking about any airplane. This was basically a rocket with wings. The X-15 would eventually hit speeds over 4,500 miles per hour and reach the edge of space. This wasn't just about breaking records. It was about understanding how aircraft behave at incredible speeds and altitudes. The X-15 program helped pave the way for everything from the space shuttle to the planes that might take you to orbit someday. But we're not done yet. March 2nd, 1969, the Concorde takes to the skies for the first time in France. This wasn't just another new airplane. This was the dawn of supersonic passenger travel. The Concorde could cross the Atlantic in under 3 hours, flying at twice the speed of sound while passengers enjoyed their lunch. While the Concorde doesn't fly anymore, it showed us what's possible when we dream big. Look at how far we've come. From the Wright brothers' patent to supersonic passenger jets, from the first brave parachute jump to routine space training. Every single one of those moments started with someone asking, what if? So here's my question for you. What's your what-if moment going to be? Because the next chapter in aviation history is just waiting to be written, and you might be the one to write it. What an incredible journey we've had today. From making pilot dreams more accessible with innovative financing solutions, to discovering a slice of aviation heaven in the Illinois cornfields, and celebrating the pioneers who paved the way for all of us who love to fly. You know, every time I record this show, I'm reminded of why aviation is so special. It's not just about the aircraft or the technology, it's about the dreamers, the doers, and the community that makes it all possible. Whether you're a student pilot looking up at the sky wondering how to make it happen, or an experienced aviator sharing your passion with the next generation, you're a part of this incredible journey. If you enjoyed today's episode, please help us spread the word about the Future in Flight podcast. Taking a moment to subscribe and leave a review makes a huge difference. It helps other aviation enthusiasts find our show and join our community. Your reviews also help us understand what content resonates with you, so we can keep bringing you the stories that matter. Until next time, keep your eyes on the horizon and your dreams in the clouds. We'll see you out there and up there.